Hello, precious ones. Welcome, Judah Nation. It's our favorite time of the week. It's Sunday Night Live with our Judah family. We're so glad that you're here with us. We always love seeing you here. We're going to have a great time this evening. We're going to begin by allowing Judah to say whatever they want to say. And I'm also going to ask if we can have a special visit from some new friends who have introduced themselves as the 90 Council of Light. We've had several really powerful interchanges with them, so we're going to ask them to come and speak as well. Here we go. Hello, we are the 90 Council of Light, and if it's quite all right with you, it is with Judah. We have stepped in front of Judah. Judah has graciously given us the mic, and so we will begin the evening. So go ahead and allow yourself to be elevated in all that you are. Allow your thoughts, your feelings, even your cellular and organ function, your endocrine system, to be elevated with and in our presence. You may, if you'd like, listen passively and absorb the energies and information that we give. Or if you'd like to be a little more intimate and you feel safe and comfortable, you may simply invite our consciousness into emerging with yours simply by saying 90 Council of Light. I welcome your consciousness into my consciousness, to merge with my consciousness. And here we go. We are a collection, we are an odd assortment, you would say, of many different beings from the Pleiades. Many different races, you would say. And we have come together for the purpose of uplifting and supporting all that is light and life-giving of source in service primarily to humanity and also to many other races as well. But your primary focus at this moment in your time. Yes. And so we are a hodgepodge, or as you sometimes say on earth, a melting pot of many different beings. Yes. And we are speaking together here as one through this one with her, one with you, one with all. We understand unity. We live unity. Unity is not a concept to us. It is a reality. In fact, we really don't even have need for the word. And that is characteristic of a ninth dimensional status and way of being. Complete and total unity. We do not experience resistance in the way that you do. Neither within ourselves or within our relationships to one another, to our environments, and to the cosmos at large. And so we look forward to this for you. We look forward to your evolution into this unity consciousness and which you operate in love for one another at every turn, operating in love, choosing what is most loving for all, for the best good, doing your best, yes, doing your best at all times to love yourself and others in ways that are congruent. Yes, loving the other, and not in a way that is sacrificial to the self, but supportive of yourself. Seeing the other as yourself and the other seeing themselves as you. And so together, yes, there is unity. Everyone reflecting you back to yourself. So you see, my dear, if you encounter, let's say, a hostile person today, understand that there are parts of you that are still hostile in some way to your life experience. And so this precious one is simply reflecting that back to you. And so you can give them thanks because they are mirroring you to yourself, and you are mirroring back to them. And this is the state of a very enlightened one on the earth. They really are not attached to any thoughts, feelings of their own. They are content to simply reflect back to others who and what they are, you see. Yes, yes. Yes. And so you may find an enlightened being overcoming you with love. You may sense that they have overcome you with their love. But in truth, it is simply your love arising up in you towards that one. And they are simply reflecting back to you the love that is in you. And then there are others who will be in the presence of an enlightened one and feel suddenly agitated or irritated or need to leave or feel very hostile or rebellious and so on. And you see, it is only that the enlightened one is stirring that up in them in some way, and sometimes very intentionally and with good fun and humor, provoking you in order to release you from what is not freeing you. And so you see, when you come to be with this vessel, when you come to sit and listen to her teachings as they are transpired through Judah and through her own voice, then you will either find yourself being very overcome with love and a sense of freedom and curiosity and wonder and elevation and lightness, or at times you may find yourself hating her or thinking her a liar or charlatan or doubting or disbelieving and so on. And this is a very normal part of what it is to interact with someone who is preparing the way for you, preparing the way for you. Understand that it has absolutely nothing to do with her, absolutely nothing to do with Judah. It is more about what is going on in your own inner being. And you see, this is wisdom. Wisdom is to always look in, look within. When you are provoked without, look within. When you're provoked without, look within. And what do you see there? What do you see? And love what you see. Love what you see. Accept all of your feelings without judgment. Allow, allow, allow. And as you do that, you will find whatever troubles you, ails you, provokes you, will quickly, swiftly move through your experience. These feelings, these emotions for which humans are so known by, yes, this broad range spectrum of emotions, so very unique to humanity, understand that they are simply mhm, thunderstorms bursting on a summer day. They come and then they go swiftly. And if you learn to manage them well, you will understand that. Simply allow them to burst upon your scene and then to clear and be gone, and then go about your day. Go about your day. If you've ever been to the ocean, yes, on a beautiful, bright summer day, enjoying yourself immensely, and perhaps a storm is coming up quickly upon the scene, and you gather up your things and you move back to the house for shelter, and within 30 minutes or so, maybe an hour, the storm has passed and the sun is back out again, and you can take all your things back out to the beach and continue on enjoying your day. This is the way you are meant to relate with emotions, not to hold on to them, not to scrutinize them, judge them. Why has this storm come? Why has this storm come? What has this person or this situation done to cause this storm? Or what have I done? All of that is very pointless, you see, very pointless indeed. Instead, you simply ride out the storm. Mhm. And then come back out to play, my dears. Come back out to play. No judgment is necessary, either of yourself, of the emotion, of the environment, or anything that transpires. And so it is the repression of these lovely summer storms, this wealth and myriad of different things that you might feel. It is the repression of these things that cause you to suffer, my dear. And there's no need ever to suffer at the hands of your emotions. Now take a deep breath with us. And let's go up a little bit higher, even a little bit higher still. And so this is one of the reasons why you're attracted to beings such as ourselves and channeled messages such as this one. is that you feel quite an elevation in your emotions. You feel a shift. You feel a shift into lightening up, a lightness, a levity, a joy, a peace, a centeredness, a serenity. This is a lovely, lovely gift of channeled messages and interchanges with beings such as ourselves, for they give you a window into what life might be like for you. In fact, it gives you an experience. Even in these moments, as you listen, you are having an experience of what it can be, what it can feel like to be in an elevated vibrational state. And doesn't it feel wonderful? Wonderful. Yes. And so that is a lot of why we are here working with you, is that we want you to have this experience enough times that you begin to believe that it is a possibility for you. Nay, we shall say no, that it is a possibility for you. As this vessel has taught you, believing is not necessary, because when you experience, you know. So come spend time with us, commune with us, be with us, have an experience of elevation of your consciousness, of levity, of lightness, of centeredness, of peace. Yes, and when you leave this space, this moment with us, you might be right back into the middle of some summer storm on which you push the pause button of your life when you joined us, and that is fine. Know that whatever comes will go. Yes, whatever comes will go. Whatever people, places, or things bring to you, release them back from whence they came. Yes? And so, yes, even this week, a precious one knocked on the door of this vessel's home. This precious one, very, very, very distraught, and had been overcome seemingly by fear and anxiety in an unpleasant situation in which another human soul had determined to deceive her and steal her money. Yes? And so understand, this vessel can feel compassion for this one. Yes? Compassion. And can love the one, and love the one she did. Yes, she did. And understand that this type of love does not require a rescue. You see, does not require a rescue. Does not require becoming a comfort zone for the other in a way that disempowers them. What do we mean by this? For you see, when you rescue another from their feelings, when you enter into their self pity or blaming or judgment of their self or others or of the situation, then you are misaligning yourself with their unwanted creation. And so, have a new definition and understanding of what it means to love another and give them compassion for what they are suffering. Yes? Because what they are suffering comes from a misalignment, a creation of what is unwanted. And the creation of what is unwanted many times comes from a fear. And so, you need not, in your loving of the other, align with their fears, their tendency to blame, justify, argue, or defend the situation, the other who has taken advantage, or so on, but instead understand and remind the other lovingly, if they are ready to hear it, that they have created the situation. Yes. An unwanted and unfortunate situation? Yes. But every creation is a catalyst and an opportunity for growth. Yes. And so if someone is stealing your money, Perhaps it is because you do not feel worthy of having money. Yes? hmm Or if someone is stealing your money, perhaps it is because you have judged your brothers and sisters in humanity of being dishonest, ruthless, the world is a bad place, and so on. You see, people cannot be trusted. And so, if you believe this, that people cannot be trusted, you will continue to create this experience in your life. And you will create it until you have had enough of it. Enough of it, enough of it. You see? You see? Yes, yes, yes. And so love others, hold a space for them to feel what they are feeling without patronizing the ego or supporting or giving comfort to the ego structure. Mhm. But instead, call upon the soul to arise into responsibility for its creation. Yes? hmm And in this ownership and responsibility and accepting of what one has created, then one becomes able to see the misstep in the creation and begin again with a new and better creation, a new and better creation, a new and better creation. And so we worked with this vessel this week on this. She is saying to herself, I can allow others to take responsibility for their life and learning. I can allow others to take full responsibility for their life and learning. For you see, this vessel had an experience of raising 3 young children and teaching young children in school. And young children need support in becoming responsible for themselves and their own creations. Yes. And they need direct and overt instruction that they are creating their reality and compassionate assistance in learning and understanding this universal principle. And young children also need caregivers to sometimes care for them and do necessary and needful things for their health, safety, and well being. However, this vessel mhm, 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 can and has in the past many times overlaid this predisposition that she had towards young children onto others in her life with a feeling or a false, we will say, faulty logic that she must care for others and that loving others means being there for them when they have created a mess for themselves or others have intruded upon them and made a mess, and to rescue them. And we would say that this type of rescue is very rarely of benefit to the one who is being rescued. For you see, to rescue another that is, as we said, not a young child, that is older, to rescue them is to teach them that they do not have the power, the wit, the intelligence, the understanding to care for themselves, to learn from life, to learn from the catalyst of life. And you see, this is disempowering to the other. Yes? And so, one offering we have for you in our culture, there is equanimity. You see, there is no task that we deem lower than others. High governmental positions are not revered over a simple task of service. You see, we are all one, meaning we are equal. We live in equanimity. And so can you share this guiding principle of equanimity with all those around you. Yes? Perhaps you know more in a particular area than someone you are relating with, and perhaps they know more in a particular area than you, and together you can share knowledge, wisdom, and information. However, never establishing yourself in this knowing more as better than. Knowing more does not mean better than. It simply means that you have had a few more experiences, perhaps, than the other. Yes? And even the one who seems to be the younger in their maturity or status may have many, many things to teach you about purity of heart, receptivity, love, and so on. Hmm. And this vessel is scanning to see if there is more information of benefit to you at this time. And we encourage you, dear one, to continue on in care for yourself, caring for your physical being with all reverence and respect. Having respect for your time, for the construct of time in which you live and operate and learn. Have respect for your time. Consider where and with whom and how much of your time you invest and to what end. Yes? And invest your precious time in people, places, things, activities which elevate your consciousness and raise your frequency. Yes? Mhm. And yes, this practice of meditation, we highly recommend above all other practices, releasing traditions of men and dogmas and religious constructs in order to discover yourself and all that is, and communing with beings such as ourselves, aspects of source and source energy through meditation. And herein you discover the being that you really are, which is indestructible and imperishable and full of light and wisdom. When we say light, yes, we mean literal, tangible, illuminating light, which is energy, my dear. And so you are an energy source. Never forget that you are an energy source. And we would ask you to consider, how do you use this energy source of yours? Mhm. Where and when and with whom do you consume this energy source, and how do you replenish it as well? Are you investing your energy in beautiful creations that are near and dear to your heart, as is said? Are you investing your light, your life force energy in what really matters to you? We would ask you to make conscious plans to withdraw your energy from people, places, organizations, work forces that misuse your life force energy for selfish means, and make plans to create new ways of living and being that are aligned with your life force energy. Align with those who support you as your highest self. Misalign, fall out of a line, dissolve relationships with those who only see your ego constructs, your past, your conditioned ideas, those who will not allow you to be who you really are. Yes? Good. This vessel we see has dreams for the new human. Yes? A new human which is fully engaged in unconditional love and high vibrational energies. Humans whose bodies have acclimated to these intense levels of energy and high frequency, and whose bodies are attuned and receptive to these energies and know intuitively how to apply and distribute these energies. This vessel has a dream for you each and all to whom she speaks, that they might be empowered in their inner man to be the God being that they are, with the highest level of purity and insight and empowerment, shedding all limitations and restraints from the environment. For you see, we have revealed to this one that there is a misconception that enlightenment is a long and arduous journey for many different reasons which are offered to this argument. However, she has a new dream that enlightenment will come to the many, to the masses, and she has been given this understanding by Judah and many other beings, such as ourselves, that all is required for this enlightened state is the proper environment. And so, an environment of life, love, joy, peace, positivity, high frequency is all that is required to establish your being in its enlightened state. So, love yourself well by adjusting, reframing, and changing in both small and large ways your environment until all of your environment reinforces your enlightened state. And take a deep breath. Well, my friends, that's the 9D Council of Light from the Pleiades. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm really high right now. Those are very powerful, high vibrational beings. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to continue. Let me give it a few moments here. Good. Okay, I'm going to ask Judah to end our evening with a light language transmission. And since the Council of Light recommended that we really focus on creating the environment that is loving and supportive and facilitates high vibration. I will ask Judah to give us a light language transmission for shifting upward the vibrations in our homes, in our workplace, in our car, in our bodies, and establishing that high vibrational field. And if you don't have FLFE yet, please check out the link below and get FLFE to support all of this high consciousness work that you are doing, okay? You deserve that. Thank you, Judah. Thank you, Judah, for all that you do for the Judah family, the Judah nation. Thank you for this growing consciousness. Judah, I ask you to look and see every need, every single need. I ask that you would come and meet the need with abundance. I ask you to do it swiftly. I ask that you would reassure each and every soul listening of your assistance through tangible, third dimensional evidence of your presence. I ask that you would touch the minds of everyone listening and calm the mind and bring their minds into peace. Judah, I ask that you would give them supernatural assistance in letting go of whatever they are clinging to that is not helping them. Judah, I ask that you would give them courage in their inner being to make any changes needed to align with all that is, with the beauty and love of all that is. Judah, I ask that you would cut any cords, energetic cords or entanglements from any realm of time and space in any and all relationships, locations, ideologies, memory structures, negative emotions that is entangled this precious one. Judah, I ask you to cut every single one of these energetic ties. Okay, look into my eyes, dear one, and let's do this light language transmission. Ritu ushtedeka, ritiru, darudi shtekaruta, deaduru, urikaro, daradia darabushte, vedikutia darakatai, rotodia, ritikurio etika ai roto to koradiata da kadadiata da kere, titioto to koriata, esto otok erete terka sta. Diko roto to koriata da kede, de dioto to diosta kadete pompai redite. Etike eto to yata o korto to ya rite kede. Usfur da devasfe vi roto isteteke io to yena ke be besva rete vuste. Tiona oyene ki iti o usta ekite Vuru tai diguste etegai de eteke do tai. Vito no do sto otoko de entai. Vito osta eteke de. Uda este eteke ete. Urodo mpaka vedo isite vete este etegai. Thank you, precious one. Have a wonderful week. Create a beautiful week. Order up a big, amazing, fun, life-giving week for yourself and everyone you care about. I'll see you next Sunday.